Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Friday Morning Live Show. The live show's podcast and meta content is brought to you every week by these loyal sponsors. McGraw-Webb Chevrolet on the bypass in Camden, Alabama, serving their customers for 30 years. Join the McGraw-Webb Chevy family today. Tucker ATV, Jackson, Alabama, your local servicing Polaris Hustler Echo dealer with an international reputation. CT Ward Power Sports in Camden, Alabama, XL Godfrey Hurricane Boats powered by Mercury and Yamaha engines, your water skiing gear headquarters on Lake Millis Ferry. Safford Trading Company and Safford Equipment under the tower in Safford, Alabama, home of your residential and commercial lawn care bundle bear. Wildlife Management Solutions in Eutaw, Alabama. Let the guys at WMS select the right seed and blends for your soil type. South Alabama Kubota and Reynolds on the Strip in Monroeville, Alabama. Kubota and Skag Zero Turns, the right Kubota tractor for the right price. Thanks for supporting the Gettin Outdoor sponsors and enjoy the show. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Gettin Outdoors live show. We are live from the Lawler Timber Company Grampian Hills Outdoor Media Center. It is 66 degrees outside, partly cloudy with a few thunderstorms in the area. West winds 8 miles an hour, and we got a lot to go over this morning. Got a good crowd already on here this morning. Let's see who all's on here. We got Tommy D up in Ann Arbor, Michigan, Don Philpott. Old Jared Hudson's tuned in. I hope you're feeling better. Jared had a little surgery this week. Rusty Godbowl, old Ryan Gum, Team Fishmaster. Ought to be chunking them jigs this morning, Ryan. Harry Pardon's tuned in. Good morning, my friend. Larry and Debbie Abernathy. Bud Williamson down in Gosport, Alabama. Joey Salter. Jolly Owens in Millis Ferry. Tina Foster and Millis Ferry. Old Michael Hilliard's tuned in. Michael caught some skipjack the other day. He was telling us the other night. Chris Bailey, good morning to my Birmingham boys up in Birmingham. Tony Viggins and Michael Cook, good morning. He is the director of the Wilcox Area Chamber. Of course, Grandma Karyn out in California. We got a big show today, y'all. We're going to start off with a dear friend of mine, Mr. Brett Loftin. He is on the board of the National Wild Turkey Federation Alabama chapter, and we're going to talk to him about what's going on with our turkeys in Alabama.
Early in the morning, about the break of day, old Tom will stand up. Here's what he'll say. I'm Tom the Gobbler. I'll holler as long as it takes to make a little old hen do a song. My paramount interest, it ain't chasing hens. It's making nervous wrecks out of camouflage men.
Making nervous wrecks out of camouflage men. That kind of tells it, don't it, Brett? How you doing, my friend?
Good morning. Thank you for having me. It sure does. It'd make you a nervous wreck.
Well, I tell you, we're having an early spring. What are you seeing down in Monroe County, Brett?
Seeing a lot of turkeys strutting around. You always hear, oh, it's going to be over before it starts. This year may be the case, I'm afraid.
Well, I think them turkeys are like them crappie out there in the river. It don't matter how early the dogwoods bloom or how fast that water warms up. When they get ready to do their thing, they going to do their thing no matter what.
You're right. It's something about turkey hunting. I was listening to a podcast yesterday from Mr. Cud Strickland. He was talking about a veterans hunt yesterday. And boy, you talking about how much people started enjoying it and never have turkey hunting. It's a disease, I can tell you that much.
It is, and turkey hunters are a unique. I deal with turkey hunters, deer hunters, coon hunters, quail hunters, rabbit hunters, squirrel hunters, and turkey hunters are by far the most. I'm not going to say eccentric, but y'all have your own group, and it is a tight knit group too, and that's what we want to talk about this morning. Tell everybody what's going on in Alabama with the Alabama chapter of the National Wild Turkey Federation. You know, when we have these banquets, and y'all got y'all's tonight in Monroeville, everybody wants to know what's happening to that money and what they're doing for the turkeys. My friend David Rayner wrote a great article a couple of weeks ago about the Alabama chapter, and y'all were awarded an award at the National Wild Turkey Federation Convention in Nashville. Talk about that a minute, Brett.
Well, we were awarded the best state chapter in the nation. The state of Alabama chapter basically helped conserve 125,000 acres last year with different kind of monies, land grants, purchases of land, help with that. Just a bunch of different things that the state chapter does with that money. Our main money comes from the car tag sales. I know you see the car tags. I know banquets are a part of that. Banquets generally go to the national part of the Turkey Federation, and then the state gets parts of that money back with what's called super funds.
Well, that's what the money raised at all these banquets, and Lord knows it's a bunch of them and a bunch of money. It goes to the national chapter, and then they split it up and send it back to the states, right? Well, so that's separate from what y'all do with the Alabama chapter.
Well, kinda. That super fund money comes back. Like, for example, let's just throw West Virginia in the mix, and I think I'm right on this. If they're last place, they don't get equal money that the state of Alabama does. Right. If the state of Alabama is putting the most money in, we get the most money back percentage-wise. But then we're able to use that super fund money to help supply the Department of Conservation with different things, Natural Resource Division, which has been very, very awesome to work with. Mr. Chris Blankenship and those guys do a great job, and we're able to help them in the DNR with different projects. Some of those things last year.
Hey, Brett, can you hold on just a minute. Hold on just a minute. Let me check with my wheel man. All right. They working on my water wheel out there, and I had to tell him. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
No, that's important. What I was saying is we work close hand in hand with the DNR, with like I said, the director, Mr. Chris Blankenship, and his group. And we supply the state with a good bit of things. And when we had a pretty big impact last year with a little bit over $500,000 impact, with that money that we donate back to the state in product, you know, the Pittman Robinson Act goes back to a 3-to-1 match.
Right.
Different things that we did last year. We paid a lot of money for prescribed burnings in state forest, chainsaws, blowers. We helped purchase some side-by-sides, different mulching requests from the DNR and different WMAs around the state.
Now that goes to the state agency, but does any of that go to public land, or is that all on state land?
It goes to both. Goes to both WMA and I lost the WMAs, and I was looking for the other word. I can't think of the other place. But anyway, you know, we have one up here in Monroe County in the Red Hills area.
Right.
They did some burning this year. The state, it helps fund those projects. Drip torches, all those kind of things. Fire clothing. You say, well, why doesn't the state buy that? Well, you know, everybody's strapped.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, the state of Alabama is an anomaly, I guess, in the turkey world. The state Turkey Federation is because of our car tag program. Everybody tries to mimic us because it's so popular. It's so powerful. Right. I think I told you yesterday, Tennessee put theirs in, And the state of Tennessee said, wait a minute, that's too much money. We're going to take half of it. We're going to let you have $20 out of every tag, whereas we get a little over $40 a tag, as does the University of Alabama, as does Auburn, Sanford, and so on. But we also help with mentored hunts for new hunters. That's been real successful, getting young guys out there. Hey, but getting some older people out that never have been hunting before.
Right.
That's important. As you know, and a lot of people don't know this, licenses go to pay for warden salaries.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's all that they are not funded in any other way.
Nope. I know a lot of people don't like wardens, but hey, they're out there to do a job, as are state troopers, etc. But it's a very, we are the big dog, and not trying to be cocky, but everybody looks at the state of Alabama and says, "Wow, how do you do it?" We have a very conservative board that works hard, and it seems like we're doing emails every other day with some kind of request from people. Once you start having a little money, you get a lot of requests.
Right.
From fishing teams, we have sponsored high school fishing teams out the Gazoo. Shooting teams, we help sponsor the University of Alabama's shooting team. We help support Auburn University's shooting team. We did help support the Montevallo team, their fishing team, this year. So we do a lot of money in that regard.
Well, I heard old Steve Long's doing good with that shooting team up there at University of Monroe.
All right. So, but then again, we also, and we put last year, I think it was I don't know the exact number, $26,000 to the study with Dr. Will Goolsby with Auburn University on the study of the gobbling chronology, catching, the gobbling and figuring out what's going on with the poult ratio. Why are we losing those poults? So the NWTF in the state of Alabama chapter has jumped in there pretty strong.
Right.
That's a lot of money. Believe it, $26,000.
A lot of money, a well organized. It's a well organized organization, and it consists of people like you, Brett, who've been turkey hunting all your life. And as we said at the first of this interview, turkey hunters are a very unique breed, no doubt about it.
Yeah, you're right. And we have a really good board member. We have a couple of new ones that came on. And as I told you, Mr. Craig Harris has stepped down off the board, and the reason being he got elected to the national board of directors with Mr. Phil Savage up in North Alabama. Craig is from over at Eufaula, and he retired from the power company, and he's moved into this role. And obviously it's a volunteer role, but it's a pretty big role. And Craig is very passionate about the wild turkey, as he's passionate about the outdoors. And he's got the time to do that. And like I said, we have Alabama was the number one voter in the elections for the board of directors. They are every year. So that just tells you right there that Alabama is passionate about the outdoors and wild turkeys.
Ain't no doubt. That's a no-brainer, too. And, of course, we are the home of Mr. Colonel Tom Kelly, who's probably the most famous turkey author there is. He used to hunt in Monroe and Wilcox County.
Yeah. My mother worked for him at Scott Paper Company years ago, and I got one of his first. He gave Mother one of those, his first books, 10th Legion, and I have it at home. And he goes, I hadn't figured out why anybody liked that book yet. But anyway.
And we were talking about Steve Long, and there he is. He done tuned in with us.
Yeah. Hey, also, where the monies go also, scholarships. We do local scholarships. These children, this year we had 5 applicants in Monroe County. And we have a little girl, Miss Kara Black, from over at Monroe Academy, won our local scholarship. She won $750, and we'll present that tonight. If you don't think mamas and daddies like $750,
they do.
Right. Her sister won our local scholarship last year, and she won the state scholarship last year. So she won $2,500. Hopefully, I hope our little girl will win the state. They haven't announced that yet. And then the national, I wish you could win the national. Mossy Oak has stepped up big time and funded that scholarship to the tune of $10,000.
Wow.
So there's a lot of money out there. People just say, what do you do? There's another interest. We help the children, to be able to go to school.
Yeah. Well, Brett, I tell you, y'all doing remarkable work, and thank you for all you do. And good luck tonight with y'all's banquet in Monroe. Well, I know they don't want. It's a lot to putting on one of them banquets, man. All them stuff you got to put together and get to everybody ready. And y'all probably have how many? 150, 200 people that a night.
We have over 200. We got we're gonna get ready about lunch today and get everything together. And this is it helps the economy too,
Yeah.
whether you believe it or not. We have a local caterer. We're gonna spend $3,000 or $4,000 on catering and tables, and we bought half our guns locally here.
Yeah.
A lot of prizes. People support us, so this is definitely an impact in the state of Alabama. With it helps our retailers.
All right, y'all. We're talking with Brett Loftin. He is one of the board members of the Alabama chapter of the National Wild Turkey Federation. Before I let you go, Brett, I got to ask you. Turkey population decline has been the conversation for the last 2 or 3 years. Give us your thoughts on it.
There obviously we talked a little bit earlier about different variables that go on. I'm a proponent of the trapping aspect. I have a lease in Conecuh County that I hunt. I have seen it double in the last 3 years because I believe, now this is just me, I'm not a scientist, and we talked to Dr. Goolsby about this at our last meeting. I've seen it increase just by trapping. I trap coons during the turkey season. It's because I'm there every day. I'm
Yeah.
not I am able to hunt every day, which that's not everybody gets to do that, but I'm lucky in that regard. But it's easier to trap every day. You have to run your trap line daily within the state of Alabama. And I just see a direct correlation in that myself. There again, timber production hurts some, but also it is a way of life here. That's the way
right.
it
It's
is
a way
here.
of life, but I can tell you, this is my personal opinion, the industrial TMOs, as I call them, the timber investment companies, they don't do enough to help the turkeys. I don't think. Now, that's just my opinion. I think they could be more active in helping us out.
I agree. And then we don't know what different things do. Chemicals,
Yeah.
spraying, different things like that. But I know one other thing. If you want to think about, if you're a member of the Turkey Federation, you can go. We've opened up in the state chapter through the national website. Seed subsidy program is open now, so you can buy your Chufa seed, and I think there's a dove blend this year also. Basically, what the state chapter does here again, where's your money go? We pay half the money for a bag of seed.
If you're a member of the National Wild Turkey,
you're a member of the Wild Turkey Federation, I think a bag of Chufa is $59, and it's generally about $100 at the feed store. Nothing against the feed stores, but we're able to push that.
Well, that's a perk of being a member.
And I think different. If you're a big member, if you're a sponsor member, you'll get to buy a good many bags. If you're just a regular member, maybe you can buy 1 or 2 bags of Chufa. One box of Plant an Acre.
Mm-hmm.
But and then like I said, we have some dove blends in there this year for different for your dove fields.
Well, I tell you what, the National Wild Turkey Federation and especially the Alabama chapter is doing a great job. Brett, you represent them well, and I appreciate you coming on today and talking about it. Anytime you need to get something out and I can help you, you know where I am.
Thank you. And lastly, buy a car tag. It helps us out. Buy that car tag. Go to your it's the same cost. I know it's $50 more a year, but that $50 goes a long way with us and for the wildlife.
Yes, and I urge, if you're a turkey hunter, you darn sure need to have that National Wild Turkey Federation turkey tag on your car. Thank you, Brett. Appreciate it. Go to work. I know you gotta send some bills out to McGraw-Webb Chevrolet, and you ought to just hand deliver it up here and get Frank to write you that check.
Well, I'll be there next week, but boy, you're talking about some good people and good friends of ours, and those folks are. I'm telling you, they don't get any better than my friends over there, the McGraws, and Mr. Johnny Webb too. I know he's kind of laying around nowadays, ain't working much, but boy, I love those people dearly.
I do too, Brett. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate you coming on. Like I said, once again, good luck tonight with your banquet.
Thank you. If I can help you, let me know.
All right, brother. See you later.
Bye-bye.
Man, that was a good interview with Brett Loftin. He is one of the board members of the National Wild Turkey Federation Alabama chapter, and always good. It's a lot of banquets going on, and if your banquet wants me to promote it, send me the information. What I have found out this year is just like the Monroe banquet tonight, they sold out, so they don't need to promote it. But everybody is really getting involved with these turkey banquets. Hey, last weekend we had a big tournament at Bridgeport City Landing, Extreme Bass West Alabama team trail, and we had another two 20-pound bags weighed in. Jimmy Cook and Tommy Bridges weighed in 22-plus pound bag. Chad and Chase Schroeder had a 1954. I'm calling that a 20-pound bag, and it was a great tournament, and it looks like Miller's Ferry is on fire. This weekend, y'all, we got a whole lot going on. I'm going to start off with the, let me find my banner here, tomorrow afternoon over at the Monroe County Shrine Club is having their turkey shoot competition tomorrow, and it will be at the Circle C Hunting Camp. That's located 2.2 miles off of Highway 28 east on County Road 33. That's between Thomaston and Linden. And it starts at 11 o'clock. They're going to have barbecue sandwiches, hamburgers, hot dogs, sausage dogs will be available. All proceeds of the shoot will be donated to the Abba Shrine Transportation Fund. And they are raffling off. This is what they're raffling off now. They're raffling off a crawfish cooking package with an outdoor gourmet 90-quart crawfish boiler with a paddle, a 10x10 tailgate tent, an apron, a 120-quart cooler, and a folding chair. The tickets are $5 each, or $5 for $20, and they'll be giving that away tomorrow at the Monroe County Shrine Club turkey shoot, and that is going to be a fun event. And please make it if you can, because it is going to have a lot of people there. Also tomorrow at Bridgeport City Landing, Gilbert Town Bass Club Open will be at Bridgeport City Landing. $100 per boat. That includes the big fish. Anglers responsible for launch fee. It is a $5 launch fee at Bridgeport. Brother Howard Gaston is the tournament director. I hook up with him at 251-232-1940. And also in Demopolis tomorrow, the Poor Man's Team Tournament Trail will be blasting off the new Demopolis City Landing, and that is a pay at the ramp event. And the classic will be, they'll have another one. Well, the classic will be it'll be another one on the 25th. Okay, it's 11th and the 25th, and then the classic's in April. So sign up at the ramp tomorrow if you want to do that. All right, next Friday night, which is March the 17th, at the Camden Baptist Church, my old buddy Troy Ruiz is going to be in town, and he's going to be giving a talk at the Camden Baptist Church to kick off turkey season. Next weekend is the youth turkey season, and Troy Ruiz, if you've never heard him, he has a motivation speech that you got to hear. He is one of the most iconic outdoor celebrities in the outdoor industry, and he is a dear friend of mine. I'm looking forward to seeing Troy Ruiz next Friday night at the Camden Baptist Church. And next Saturday, Maddie will be back with the Bridgeport Team Trail at the Bridgeport City Landing. She had 60-something boats last time, and she's signing them up as we speak right now. If you want a boat number, give her a call, 334-830-6490. Then the Lowndes County Turkey Rodeo will be March the 25th. They'll have to weigh in from 2 to 3 p.m. at the Harrell Farms in Haynesville, Alabama. $100 for two-man teams, and you can contact Kyle Harrell to get into that. That will be a great event. And that's all I got going on right now. Appreciate it. Hey, Kay Donaldson, how you doing, my friend? She's up at Lay Lake. You're gonna blast off the Alabama Bass Trail South Division tomorrow, and good luck to Trey and Bradley They didn't do too good at the Lake Barton tournament, so I'm pulling for them tomorrow, Kay, and thank you for all you do. And I miss you. I can't wait to see you the first weekend in June when the Alabama Bass Trail 100 will be at not Roland Cooper State Park, Bridgeport City Landing. And I am so looking forward to it. I really am. Always a pleasure to hook up with Kay and her staff, and love to have them on Lake Millis Ferry. If you have not already downloaded and listened to this week's podcast, I got a great interview with Scott Williams about his win last weekend with that 3.62 pound crappie up on the Alabama River out of Cooter's Pond. And it is a great interview. He spills his guts on how he caught that fish, where he caught that fish, and how him and his partner Jacob came from 5th place Saturday to win that tournament Sunday up at Cooter's Pond in the Alabama River Open National Crappie League tournament. Great tournament, great turnout, and everybody had a great time. It was some top-notch fishermen in that event, I guarantee you. All right, let's see what else we got going on. I got some stuff I wanted to go over with y'all. Yeah, okay, Kate, she's going to announce the 2024 ABT 100 schedule today at 10 a.m. So everybody tune in. Oh, Nick, let me see, Nick. Y'all should send West Alabama Predator Challenges this weekend also. Sign up today at the Blue Boar Armory in Demopolis. $5,000 to first place. I have not seen anything on that, Nick. So send me some information, and I will be glad to share that on my Facebook page. I did not know anything about that. Usually they send me some information on that. That is this weekend, the West Alabama Predator Challenge. So I did not have that on my list. All right, I got y'all a little something I want to play for you. This is a video that let me find it. This is a video that I put up this week. It happened a few years ago, but it was it was when Joe Allen Dunn went down below the dam fishing, and he was crappie fishing, and what he caught something. Well, I'll let him tell the story. Y'all watch this.
We want to show y'all what we caught this big yellow. But the story behind it is, I'm pulling up about 1.25 pounds crappie, and all of a sudden it felt like I got hung. And John Davis said, "No, you didn't get hung." Said, "There's a big fish come up and swallowed your fish." I said, "Ain't no way." He said, "Oh yes it did." I said, "No, I'm hung. I feel like I'm wrapped around a log." He said, "No, I'm telling you, that's a big fish, and we got to pull." I said, "No, I'm hung." And about that time, my log went to moving. And then, when we got, finally got the log to moving and got it pulled up, it had my big white perch, and as you can see, it still got my big white perch. We couldn't get it out while we was fishing, but there he is. That's what he ate, and there's my jig still in his mouth.
Y'all don't go nowhere. We'll be right back right after a word from these loyal sponsors. West Alabama Land Services, Jason Daly, licensed, insured, forestry, mulching, brush cutting, and much more. Coast to Coast True Value in downtown Camden, a shopping experience you will never forget. Loftin's Bait Shop on the bypass, your first stop if you're hunting or fishing in Camden, Alabama. Open Monday through Saturday, 5 a.m. to 7 p.m., closed on Sunday for God and family. Bubba and Joe Allen Dunn at Dunn Sports in Thomasville, Alabama, across from McDonald's. Outfitters for the serious sportsman. Community Neighbor Bank with locations in Greenville, Camden, Pine Hill, and Grove Hill, serving rural Alabama since 1906, bringing you the Gettin' Outdoors weather since 2007. Plaza Golf Cart Sales in Demopolis and Tuscaloosa, your easy go superstore. Town Country United Bank, Camden, Alabama, proud sponsors of the Town Country United Bank Hunting and Fishing Report every week on the Gettin Outdoors podcast. Lawler Timber Company, Camden, Alabama, family-owned independent business offering professional forestry services and home of the Grampian Hills Outdoor Media Center. Class Storage on the Bypass in Camden, Alabama. Safe, secure storage for that motorhome, boat, or camper. ClassStorageLLC.com. Thanks for supporting the Gettin Outdoors sponsors. Now, let's get back to the live show. What about that big yellow catfish? Joe Allen thought he had done hung up on the log, and that big catfish had swallowed his bait. Now, here's another video that I put up this week that has been watched over 5 million times, and Wayne Leonard sent it to me. This is a eastern hognose snake, but it's a color variation that you don't see often. Most of them are solid black, but y'all watch this. This is an amazing snake, and I'll tell you about this snake as we watch this. This snake has 3 different ways of defending itself. The first way is he'll spread his head like that and mimic a cobra. If that don't scare off his predators, he will defecate and regurgitate on himself and roll over and create the most awesome odor, worse than a skunk. If that don't run him off, he'll turn over on his back, stick his tongue out, and play dead. It is my favorite snake, an amazing snake, eastern hognose snake. And I always love to run across them in the woods. Boy, we got a good crowd on here this morning. Let's go over the Grandma Karyn Community Neighbor Bank weekend weather forecast. Tommy D said he's snowing in up there in Ann Arbor, Michigan. And we are 65 degrees down here, but it's been 80 degrees all week. The woods is greened up. Looks like summertime down here, Tommy D. All right, here is your Grandma Karyn Community Neighbor Bank Gettin Outdoors weekend weather forecast. Today, showers likely and possible thunderstorm before noon, then a slight chance of showers. Cloudy with a high near 68. West winds 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming northwest in the morning. Chance of rain today, 70%. Tonight, mostly cloudy during the evening, then becoming clear with a low around 41. North winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. Then Saturday, 71 degrees. North winds 5 miles an hour, becoming south in the afternoon. Good afternoon good day to get on the water. Tomorrow, Saturday night, increasing clouds with a low around 56. South winds 5 to 10 miles an hour with gusts as high as 20. Sunday, showers and thunderstorms. Afternoon, high 78. Southwest winds 15 miles an hour with gusts as high as 25. Chance of rain Sunday, 80%. Then Sunday night, showers likely and a possible thunderstorm before midnight. Mostly cloudy with a low around 47. West winds around 15 miles an hour. Winds could gust as high as 20. Chance of rain Sunday night, 60%. And looking ahead, Tuesday night, 33. So it's fixing to get cold again in Alabama. So that is your Community Neighbor Bank weekend weather forecast. And Grandma Karyn usually shoots her weather up there. I know she's on here, but we appreciate her sharing her California weather with us. Also, I want to go over something else I wanted to show y'all, because this is fixing to happen. And let me see if I don't know if I downloaded the map. I don't think I did, but I got it on my Facebook page. I'm sorry. I meant to download the map where y'all could see. Here it is, the detour map. All right, this is fixing to happen. Now, this map is very, 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 very confusing. But what it is that little yellow circle in the middle of that map. That is the four-way stop coming out of Camden towards Miller's Ferry. They're fixing to completely redo that intersection. So you're going to have to, if you're coming from Linden, Thomaston, Marion, anywhere from Highway 5 down 28 to Camden, you're going to have to detour on 221 and come out down at McDonald's Grocery. Now, if you go into Camden, you can turn left right there on 162 and come out up there at the Methodist Church. But if you're going to Monroeville or that way, you're going down 221 and hit Highway 41. But if you're going to Greenville from Linden to Thomaston, you got to go right through town. So that is fixing to happen, I think, on the 27th. We'll talk a lot more about that as we get closer to that. But that is a detour. They're fixing to tear out the four-way stop. It'd be a 60-day construction job, 60 working days. There's Grandma Karyn's California weather Friday before the time. Oh, yeah, it does. The time does change. Don't forget to move your clock up this week. All right, the high will be 62, winds 13 miles an hour, humidity 96%, jacket and umbrella needed, chance of flooding. Sorry, lost most of my report. That's all right, my dear. Thank you for that. I tell you, appreciate that. Next Saturday, remember, is the youth turkey hunting. You youth turkey hunters can go hunting next Saturday and Sunday. And Troy Ruiz will be at the Camden Baptist Church Friday night. Don't forget that. Don't forget to set your clocks ahead. Don't forget to set your clocks forward, spring forward this weekend. So you're going to lose an hour of sleep. So, yeah, we got a good rain here too, Leon, last night. All right, that's all I got. Thank you. I really do appreciate Brett Loftin coming on and talking about the Alabama chapter of the National Wild Turkey Federation. And y'all, really, the turkeys are in good hands. I promise you that. We've got several conservation nonprofit organizations like National Wild Turkey Federation, Turkeys for Tomorrow. They're all working together. All of them have the same goal, is to increase our turkey population. Excuse me. Let's see. I got some more comments. Be safe, Tommy D. Shane Jones, good morning, my friend. Look forward to seeing you tonight. I got some work for you to do on my perspective mount, Shane. And I tell you what I did, Shane. I have downloaded on a card. I'm going to upgrade my Garmin Live Scope, and I want to make sure I do it right. So when you get here this evening, I got some work for you to do. Shane Jones Fishing. If y'all have not liked his Shane Jones Fishing Facebook page or listened to his Thursday night show, Crappie Cast, if you want to be a better crappie fisherman, be sure to tune into that, and be sure to download and listen to the Gettin Outdoors podcast 208. Me and Shane interview Scott Williams, and it's one of my favorite interviews I've ever done, because y'all know how I love to catch crappie. And when you talk to somebody like Scott Williams, and I mean, I just soaked in that information, and it's a great podcast, 208. Y'all go download and listen to it. And I'm going to try to get out there tomorrow and do some crappie fishing. Don't forget the Gilberttown Bass Club open tomorrow out of Bridgeport City Landing. Don't forget the turkey shoot for the Marengo County Shriners up there in Marengo County tomorrow also. Everybody have a great weekend. Now more than ever, God bless America. Remember to practice safety. If you're hunting, fishing, scouting for them turkeys, whatever you're doing, be sure to practice safety. And remember what old Big Dad says, get outdoors.
Pap taught me every critter's track and how to set a hair trigger on a trap. He taught me to shoot, scale, and skin and make a snare with a leather strap. He taught me to be a part of the woods and all his woodsy tricks. Said you gotta walk soft on 2 light feet and try not to break no stick. I thank Daddy for my savvy, how to hunt and how to carry anything that I might need to get a piece of skillet meat. How to walk and how to hide, how to crawl and how to slide, how to sneak, stalk, and